Hello, my name is Irvin Rue Jr. of HealthFitnessAdventure.com. I wanted to make this little video for you on how to lose weight. It comes to one basic principle. You've got to burn more calories than you consume. So you already know to lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you consume. You try dieting, keeping a food diary, creating an exercise regimen, and perhaps even hypnosis. It's now obvious that the problem isn't with the technique, but it's with your willpower. Old habits die hard. If you're having a hard time maintaining your efforts over time, here are some radical ways to break away from the routine. You need to eat lots of breads and carbs. Understand why you need to lose weight. The stronger your motivation, the easier it will be to follow all steps. Okay, now step 2, don't neglect the tried and true. Ultimately, losing weight comes down to one key principle: burn more calories than you consume. The steps that follow won't work if you have thousands more calories coming into your body on a daily basis than you have going out. Lay the foundation for the weight loss for these practices. Count calories and keep a food diary. Going on a diet, fat tissue contributes to your resting metabolism. So as you lose fat, go on a diet. Fat tissue contributes to your resting metabolism. So as you lose fat, you will either have to reduce your caloric intake or increase your metabolism. Understand and avoid yo-yo dieting and emotional eating. Cut down on sugar, high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, and saturated fats. If you can, try to eat more fruits and vegetables and nuts and grains. Try to stay away from processed foods and things that aren't in a box, and sugary drinks. That will help you tremendously, and drink plenty of water. So let's go ahead and continue. Now, when possible, eat cold food. When possible, eat food cold. If it's reasonable, eat food cold or at room temperature to opposed to warm. Examples include eating cold soup, leaving these hard-boiled eggs you had yesterday from dinner cold, and eating ice cream. Instead of drinking overly sweet fruit juices, your body requires more calories to warm something up if it's cold. There is a very advanced formula to find out how many calories a certain temperature water, yes water, will burn, which is another good example. When possible, drink ice water instead of regular temperature tap water. It takes about 25 more calories to heat up just a liter of cold tap water to your body temperature. That adds up. Burn more calories by exercising, run, walk, even exercise at the computer you are sitting in front of now. Raise your metabolism. Consider approaches that you think you can sustain as permanent lifestyle changes. Example, biking to work, always taking the stairs. Develop a passion for a social sport or dancing. Downsize your kitchenware. The human mind works in mysterious ways. It turns out that using smaller bowls, plates, and containers can subconsciously influence how much you serve yourself. Even nutrition experts are victims of this phenomenon. When 85 of them were given a random mix of small and large bowls and scoops, those who got larger bowls served themselves 31% more ice cream and added on another 14.5% if they had bigger scoops. Now, step number 4, putting down the knife. Putting down whatever utensil you're using between every bite, you can significantly slow down your eating time, leaving your stomach a chance to feel full and reducing your likelihood that you'll go for seconds. Another technique that can have a similar effect is to take a sip between each bite. Numerous studies have shown that eating slowly results in eating less. There's even a device you can get from a dentist that you wear to make your oral cavity smaller so that you take smaller bites. And diet forks. Those are so awkward to use that you'll get less food per bite. There are even heat preventative plates to keep your food warm as you eat at a snail's pace. Step number 5. Know the enemy. Make a list of the food items that are your weaknesses. These aren't always unhealthy foods either. Sometimes we find ourselves into believing that as long as we avoid the bad foods, we're making progress. At least that's what we like to think as we get up for our third serving of fruit and salad or finishing a bag of pretzels in one sitting. Saying that they're healthier than chips, remember, too much of anything is bad. You probably don't need to keep a food diary to know your enemies. Common culprits include soda, bread, alcohol, and fast food. Whatever your weakness is, cut down on it. If you cut it out completely, you're more likely to binge. Buy only small packages of it, and have it only once in a while. If cutting back doesn't work, you might need to go to a cold turkey. Also, seek out and reduce needless sedentary activities that burn few calories. Step number 6. Choose whole grains over whole belly. If you switch out all your refined grain food, white bread, food made with white flour, for whole grain food, oatmeal, whole grain cereal, whole grain pasta, brown rice, and barley, you won't lose additional weight overall. However, you will lose more weight in the belly area, which will make you look leaner. At least that's what Penn State study implies. Not only will your slimmer profile make you feel better about your progress by losing the visceral adipose tissue, VAT, you're also doing away with risk factors for type 2 diabetes, coronary vascular disease, and some types of cancer. Check those labels and make sure that any grain-based foods you are buying are made up of at least 51% whole grain. Step number 7. Limit your spending. Some people have an easier time controlling their wallet than controlling their diet. Go ahead, cut up those credit cards, and build up your emergency fund. If you haven't already, in its own account, and leave the bank card at home. Limit the amount of cash you have in your wallet, especially if you're subject to spontaneous fast food indulgences. When you go to grocery shopping, have a list prepared and bring just enough money to cover those items. This might take a few dry runs. The embarrassment of not having enough money at the register will keep you from throwing a few extra items in the shopping cart. If you don't go grocery shopping, then offer to take on this monumental role. Your family or roommates might complain about the absence of junk food, but you'll be doing them a favor by stocking the kitchen with healthy stuff. They'll thank you later, years later. So now step number 8. Set a digital timer to go off every 2 hours. Eat only when the watch tells you to. Spontaneous eating sessions, those times when you feel those hunger pangs, those cravings, and you scour the cabinets or the streets in search of satisfaction, are your weakest points. This is why all weight loss books tell you to avoid skipping meals. If you eat every 2 hours, you won't get so hungry that you gorge yourself when you do eat. You know how it goes? Oh, I'm so hungry, the brownies are right there. I'd have to walk all the way to the deli to get a sandwich, but my stomach's churning. Of course, if you eat the equivalent of a cheeseburger every 2 hours, that's a recipe for obesity. But again, you're more likely to retain self-control and stick to your diet when you don't have hunger pangs to cloud your judgment. It wouldn't hurt, however, to plan out what you'll eat. Smoothie at 10, chicken salad at 12, a single piece of leftover cherry pie at 2, a slice of bread with peanut butter at 4, and so on. This has the added benefit of increasing your metabolism, extending the time between meals, makes your body go into starvation mode, which will slow down your metabolism in response to a perceived threat of starvation. This is why fasting and skipping meals only make things worse, in addition to having 4 to 6 small meals per day. Another useful way to think about this is to use a hunger scale. Rate your hunger on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being so hungry that you'll feel weak, and 10 being so full that you just want to curl up in a bed and digest. Eat when you're at about 3, which is when you're just about a little hungry but not famished. Now, step number 9. Trade weight for cash. A 2007 study showed that the more you pay people to lose weight, the more pounds they drop over a 3-month period. The more pounds they drop over a 3-month period. If there's someone who's nagging you to lose weight, ask that person about paying for every pound you lose. If your employer is self-insured, he or she might consider enlisting the services of a company that develops reward programs to encourage employees to lose weight. You can also sign a contract that forces you to pay up for every pound you do not lose, or every pound you gain, or whatever you pay or gain can be donated to charity. So try to follow these steps right here to help you lose weight. So that will help you be able to drop those pounds. Try to eat more fruits and vegetables, grains and nuts, and drink more water, and you'll have great success. Having more people to be accountable to will help you also. So this is Irvin Rue Jr. of HealthFitnessAdventure.com. Now be sure to check out other videos that I'll be posting. So this is the video on how to lose weight. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.